Yo, yo, yo. Oh my gosh. I think I left my body for a moment while Lee was.
Can anybody hear me? You were muted on, I think.
Oh, yep. You cut out for a second, but my microphone was still off. So
I thought you were still lost in the maze.
yeah, well. I guess I'll get to. I guess I'll get to talk about that in a little bit. I think I left my body for a moment while Lee was talking. I felt myself lift out, and I was just floating in the room. Oh my God, divine timing could not have been said better. And I love just the way you say things, Lee, because literally what's open up on my table right now is a book that's got marketing ideas in it, blah, blah, blah. I get it every month and I send it out to agents and give them marketing ideas. But literally on my desk right now, open up, is the Man in the Mirror article. So the Man in the Mirror article, and I actually sat down, opened up my own marketing book, and I was like, I'm going to read through it and put some of this stuff in place this month. I give them out to people, but do I implement it? And I'm reading the Man in the Mirror, and here we are talking about this today. So, and I love that I'm living life with myself, and I get to do that. I love that. So, here's where I'll start with this. If you were a little uncomfortable jumping on this topic today and coming into this room with the topic that we have, you just might have a little negative self-talk kind of draining in somewhere. Not feeling worthy. I don't want to brag on myself, do all that stuff. So what kind of hit me is all of you, everyone in this room and who I surround myself with. When you practice this stuff daily, practice all the stuff that we talk about in here, not just come and talk about it, but we live it, we practice it, we implement it in our lives. I ask these questions all the time. Did I make today awesome? Did I help someone today? Was I the most awesome me I could be today? And totally what Jackie was saying, keep an ego in check when you're saying that, but living that, right? So living without regrets, I talk about that all the time. I start out pretty much if I'm speaking at an event or something and I'm on stage and you're looking out at this crowd, it's real easy to let that ego take over and like, oh, look at me, I've made it. And I start out every conversation with, I'm standing up here on stage, but today is not about me at all. Today's about you. You're the one that took the time out to be sitting in that chair right now to get something from this, to take it back and implement it. Man, all I am is just some guy that can break it down to the stupid simple, and that's a blessing and a trait that I have. And that's the reason why I'm up here, is to hopefully break this down, that every one of you walk out of here excited about this topic and can do something about it. So, you don't have to be a conceited you, like Jackie was talking about, that ego. You can be an awesome, grateful you, a blessed you, right? So here's one little gift just to bring more positive talk into your life. And this is so simple. It's actually called simpletruths.com. Simpletruths.com. Listen to this. This is so amazing. Like, after you get your fill of this room, save this one for the end of the day, right? So you can get ramped up for the next day, because, man, the mojo in this room is awesome. But simpletruths.com, if you just click on the motivational videos, which, by the way, I just did that to make sure it was still live, and the thing that popped up was that, what was it, the Gap, or not the Gap, our song that we just had. I just lost my screen. The Dash was the very first video that popped up. So talk about creating energy in the universe that's speaking to us. That was the first graphic that showed up, and I remembered that. So anyway, simpletruths.com, just watch a motivational video. They do a little clip. It's like a 2-minute, 1-minute, 2-minute video on every book, on every topic you can imagine. So that is my gift to all of you today. And then I know she's going to ask something.
I was just about to ask.
How do you phrase the question so I can answer it properly?
thing that's kind of a good, what's one thing that's kind of a big deal about you, Brad Korn?
No, so and this isn't even coming from me. I actually, Tony brought up the maze. So I have an outdoor haunted house that goes around my house, and I've accumulated things and animatronics and all kinds of fun stuff. And this is where I get to be super creative, Brad, right? And I literally have people walk around the outside of my house through a maze that I create with old fences and all kinds of stuff. And this year was a lot of fun. I added a bunch of new toys, but so this awesomeness, well, actually, let me put it this way. My wife said, so what would you have done differently with the haunted house? And I literally said, I don't think I would do anything different. I visualized what I wanted it to look like, and I think it was pretty much there. I mean, obviously, I could have added smoke and lasers and all kinds of lighting and all that other stuff, but it was fun because everybody kept coming up going, oh my gosh, you have outdone yourself this year. And two friends texted me yesterday. I just sent them the video of it. I just thought it was no big deal. They were talking about somebody at the end of their street having a graveyard. And I was like, here was my graveyard. And I just sent it as a joke. And they responded back, dude, Brad wins Halloween award for making this day the more enjoyable for the ones that love scary stuff. And another one was, fantastic, Brad, making an impact. And I was like, well, not sure what the impact was that I had on people other than they were having fun. So that would be mine right there.
I almost feel like I was at that maze, and I'm going to have to back channel you to get that video because there's nothing more magical to me than Halloween. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not true. It's one of the many things. I love that you just bring your joy for life and your passion and your enthusiasm and your self to all of life, because that's what is so wonderful about. And I'm just glad that everybody else through the maze got to experience that version of you in that particular way. And so thank you for sharing that.